Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back. This time we're going to do Art Journaling Magazine. I saw it in Art Journaling Magazine instead of Somerset Studio Magazine. I just found something I liked in this one. This is actually kind of an old one. Well, not that old, but January, February, March 2024, so last year. It's volume 16, issue 1. I really like these, and I just thought this might be something that has not really anything to do with what we're working on now, but you know, sometimes it's nice just to do something you feel like doing. And I really like these a lot. They're by Leaca Young. I'm probably saying that wrong, but there it is. Collage Dolls, and it's on page 88. And it goes on. They're just really fun. So you could use either old photos. They would be fun to do of like family members, you know, if you wanted to use old photos. I'm going to use Tim Holtz paper dolls, but you could do all kinds of things. And whatever colorway that you want. I kind of did my backgrounds just sort of neutral. I tried to do a brownish color, or, you know, kind of like the vintage photo, but it wasn't great. So I did put some white gesso over, and I did these ahead of time just because it's not something you guys need to see. You just take like this looks like ledger in the background, put a little paint thin over it so that you can see this the underneath. This is a time card. So I'm gonna make tags out of mine. I think she's done kind of like a whole book, it looks like, because these look like the whole, you know, page of the ledger, but I'm going to do them for tags. So yeah, just a fun bits and good way to use up scraps, because I have a bag full of scraps and I just went through it and grabbed out, you know, all kinds of stuff. And you can use bits of fabric, and there's like Tim Holtz pieces, butterflies, birds. Looks like some of these are like hand drawn. You could use something like that, watercolor, bits and pieces, music paper, whatever you like. Just have fun with it. So that is the inspiration. Of course, mine are going to be completely different, as I always say, because, well, I'm a different person and I don't have the same things. So they're not going to be the same, right? I do have all these little bits and pieces that I dug out of my little box, and some Tim Holtz people. I think I want to cut this into a tag first. Maybe ink it a little bit. So how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week. It's nice here today. Hubby and I both went for a walk. Got him to walk with me today. Sometimes he wants to, sometimes he doesn't. So, but I'll take it whenever he wants to. Yay. And now he's doing bills and real fun stuff like that. Yuck. No painting today. Hallelujah. I'm like, I got stuff to do, man. I can't just paint. I have paint all over me, but all right. So what I did, I kind of tore a few pieces out just to try to figure out how I was going to do this. But anyway, I held her to a piece of scrap paper and then just started to tear from her shoulders down. And then you can add other pieces, but you know, that way, like, you know, I could add more here to make the dress longer or whatever. So you can decide how you want to do that. I kind of feel like I need a little stamping or something on the background, and I know hers weren't like that, but I don't know if it's the color. I couldn't decide on a color I wanted to use. I didn't want to use like a blue or a green or whatever, because I thought, well, what if I decide to use a paper and it doesn't go, and I'm doing a video, and it's not like when you're just crafting for yourself, you know, and you just can go, oh, I need to make that one a different color type thing. So yeah, I just think it needs a little something more back here. that'll be good. Of course, I had to get it on my mat because I just cleaned that. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit and get her inked, because that VersaFine ink takes a few minutes to dry, and if you even touch it, it just gets all over everything. So we'll get her glued on to this and figure out where we're going to go from there. I need to say hugs and blessings to Barbara, Mary, Joan, and Sherry. Thank you guys so much for watching and kind comments and just all of it. I really appreciate all of you. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you who've been with me a short time or a long time. I appreciate all of you very much. And if you can like, subscribe, whatever, to chat with other people in the comments, or any kind of activity on the channel, just helps my channel. So I appreciate that. Or maybe I want a piece of this. This is cute. How wide? It's just a little bit tricky deciding. Yeah, we need to come like all the way out, and then maybe make it even wider at the bottom. That could be kind of fun, like it's got a train or something. That doesn't have to be that wide. See, this is the problem. And then you're like, I'll just tear a little more and a little more and a little more, and pretty soon it looks ridiculous. It's kind of one of those things you don't want to overthink, but I know it's hard, especially if it's not something you make very often or haven't made one before. Once you make one, I think you kind of learn, you know, your brain kind of figures some of it out, but until then, it can be a little bit tricky. Yeah, I think that will work like that under. Oops, I didn't ink this one. So you could do one whole piece for the dress. You don't have to do the pieces like this, like the collage look. You could also, I have made similar type art dolls. You can make like a collage masterboard and then just tear it how you want it. That's another way. But not black. I like the flowers on there, but I don't want black. Put a piece of lace at the bottom. It's in my scrappy bits bin. They are pretty scrappy, I must say. And stringy too. So it is backwards, but I kind of like it the other way. Well, we'll put it on the right way. I have my window open so you can probably hear the birds singing, the cars driving by, all that jazz. because it's beauty miss out there. Today, it's going to get hot, though, that's for sure, because it's pretty early yet. What else? I think I'll put her down, and then I will figure out what else I want to put on there. Glue stick. I was like, where'd I put it? Ugh. Oh my goodness. So you guys have any fun plans for the weekend? We do not. We will be painting. I know you're shocked. It's a slow, long process. It's okay. It'll be nice to have it done. I don't know how I got it right on her face like that, but it did. Got way too much glue. And I still smeared it, even though I waited. Yeah, I think I need a different stamp pad. The Versafine's very nice because it makes a great stamped image, but it takes way too long to dry. So I'm not a fan because I have no patience for that kind of thing. No patience at all. I want this up here. Could make it a little shorter. I might put it up there. The first one's always interesting because you kind of can't visualize it very well. Whoa. Okay. Let's see, what else do we want on there? This is too big. I could cover that, but it's very, very big pieces of fabric. That one wouldn't be bad. I like how she just kind of stuck random things on them. I think that's kind of fun. Like just a label on the dress or whatever. I don't like the smeared ink over there. It's bugging me. Okay, what else? Cute. A little fabric at the top for our tab. I think I might use this blue. A blue bit. And then I'll stitch around there. And it'll be a fun tag. I kind of want to keep the strings. Keep the strings. Very not centered there. I don't really want the strings hanging in her face though. Okay, I think maybe I want to add. No, I don't want to add one of those. Maybe some washi. This always comes undone, so I have that piece, that bulldog clip on there. I think I might have a piece of this. This is more fabric tape from Tim Holtz, but it works. We're gonna cut it a little smaller. And not as long. Cut this in half or so. I think I just want some color right there. Yeah, hers were much more simple. Mine probably won't be, just so you know. I struggle with minimal, I guess you could say. Okay. So that is one. I think they're cute, and that's very fun. So let's make another one. Yeah, and she also painted hers after, you could tell, because like the paint was just within the confines, kind of like I did on that time card there. But to save all of our sanity and time, I just did like one whole page so that, you know, it's not, we don't have to wait so long for the drying and the so many steps. Less steps. But obviously, if you're doing your own thing, you can do them individually. And it will be fabulous. I like the idea of that whole book. I don't know if that was like one of those big ledger books or some type of small ledger book. I don't know. It was hard to tell from looking at it, but it looked small. I only have the bigger medium-sized ones, I guess. That's what you would say. That black ink got everywhere. And I got ink on this, but it doesn't matter. So that will go on there. It doesn't really need a ton of ink, but you know, I can't help myself. Can't help myself. It always makes me sad to cover the back side because I love ledgers. I don't know why. I think it's the old handwriting is what I love on the old paper. Because my handwriting does not look like that, I'll just say. It's not total chicken scratch, but it's not far off. I'm always envious when people have fabulous handwriting. Okay, and we'll cut it into a tag again. These are big tags. I just cut them different sizes, but oh, that's sad days. This one is like 7, looks 7 1/4-ish by 3 1/2, 3 3/4. Doesn't matter. Cut them any size you want. That'll work in your journal. that's what you need, right? I'll do this lady. And then we need something for her clothing. Clothing. Let's go with this, but I kind of want this pink portion. So this is what I did. I just sort of started at the top and ripped it the width. And then from there you can go however you want. I'm gonna actually tear the top off. That. I had this, and I liked how in hers she looked like she had, like I said, those pieces that were, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Maybe I turn it upside down. Watercolored? Sorry. Wow, that was like brain freeze. Those were fun. And this sort of kind of harkens to that idea. Because I don't have any that are already like watercolored at the moment. Tear across the bottom. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it. So we'll get her fixed up here. This one's kind of bent right in the middle. These poor Tim Holtz dolls do take some abuse all jammed in together. Key. I like that. Make sure we get the edge glued well. It's sticking out there, but I can just trim that off. Should probably make sure I'm not making her too tall. That is something to think about. Because that won't do. Does she want wings? Not that color. Oh, they're upside down. Oh, I got both of them just like that, upside down. Done. Okay, let's put glue on her. I don't think I want wings on this one. I might put wings on one. fun. Very relaxing thing to do. Wish I knew where I put my little scraper doo-wah ditty in my disaster. Turn this around. Give her a good rub. I could use the bird. That bird is so big, but it's so cute. It's just too big. Too big. Could use the mushroom. Don't like the color. Rose. All the stuff I picked out I don't like. Isn't that the way? Yes, it is. I think I wanted to try some of these. Hole reinforcers. Might have to put a little glue. They're just random enough. I think across the bottom for the velvet ribbon. I never really do anything very pastel-y. Well, I guess this new journal, the envelope journal, is a little pastel-y. So this is very odd for me. So sticky. I think this is so pale. That's what's got me all messed up. I can't decide what I want to do with it. We've got a whole box of junk, though, that we could add things from. Could have a key. It's too dark. Yep. Trying all the things now. She could have a little bunny rabbit friend. That would be cute. Oh my goodness. Whoever knew that that would be so difficult to set that down. Yeah. Oh, doves. Need I say more? I think it just needs to be inked. There's nowhere to put anything, y'all. My desk is a bomb. It's a bomb. more and more. If I can tear it even. Can't even tear it. After doing the grunge, I think I'm struggling because this is way too clean. And I know it's okay. I just am struggling. Not gonna lie. I think I do like it up here. I don't know why, but I do. And I do like the bunny. I was talking to my daughter about that because we were sitting out in the backyard the other day, and the doves were doing that, and the other birds were singing too. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, because I love listening to the birds sing. And even though technically their songs are usually the same, I kind of like it outside the doesn't bother me a bit. But for some reason, doves, when they do that for a long period of time, the cooing, it drives me a little nuts. But I'm one of those people that can't deal with repetitive, like drumming, tapping, even though I know I do that, but those kind of things. So I think that's what the issue is with that. That's old, some kind of polyester something. It's really weird fabric. But it works for that. Oh, let's do a little ink around. Don't want a gap right there. Why are you gapping? The color from the paper underneath is coming through. Isn't that interesting? Can you guys see that? So weird. I guess that's what happens when you buy cheap velvet ribbon from the Overstock place. But hey, I like it, and it works. That'll get stitched around. There she is with her bunny rabbit, looking fabulous. All right, another one. This one's a little shorter. I'll use some of this book page. You can use whatever you like for your background. Maybe do I want to tear it? I think I'll just tear it. I like that ruffly edge. We're going to keep that. Oh, I don't need much off the bottom, that's for sure, huh? Just a skosh bit. Yep. I like the way it shows more down here than up at the top. That's just gesso on book page. No falling off. It's not allowed. Yeah, so this is just manila file folder, the cheap ones from Dollar Tree. They just make great, what do you want to call it? Tag bases. I would have used book page, but I didn't have any that were, I only have the skinny folded in half ones or the fat short folded in half ones at the moment, so. And that's crooked, but it's fine. We're gonna go with it. Because I'm not gonna try to peel it off. All right. So this one, do I want, let's have a happy lady instead of a cranky lady. And I might try to use the wings on her. Let me see. I think I want this color of paper. Gotta kind of start in the middle to get the, if you want to have it flow out a little bit like a dress might or whatever. So it starts there. Starts there, maybe. And fingers are stuck to it. Now I have a bunch of really weird ripped scraps. Right. Yep, these are clearly fun, y'all. I would definitely recommend. You can do them however you want, whatever colorways, whatever floats your boat. Or scoot your boot. She's got a swanky dress. You can do the more straight column thing too. That's fine. I just, get messing around and that's what I end up with. So I think these would work well on her. And she looks happy, like she could go for a little flyabout. Okay. This was just a whole butterfly that I cut the body out of the center to make. I was probably doing art dolls of some type, but this one didn't get used, so I inked that. I'm like, it looks inked. Because it is. I didn't do that. These three ladies, and you guys probably know, but they're the Tim Holtz dolls that are hooked together, three of them. It's so funny because two of them just sort of have a meh look, and then she's in the middle smiling. It's like, uh-oh, what'd she do? She's the fun one. I need some ink on that background. I know, you're surprised. Act surprised. I feel like I don't know. I need something. Numbers. It needs numbers. Okay. Oh, oh no. Sticky. Okay, I need some new ground here so that I don't get glue all over her face. Or anywhere, really, that I don't want it. How long have I been? Oh my goodness. Was not keeping track of the time. We're still good though. It says the honeybee, but she's dressed like a butterfly. I do like this on here. I think it needs to just be a skosh smaller. And of course it won't rip. I'm cutting that way on purpose because it makes a jagged edge just a little more interesting than cutting it straight. Yeah, that's a little better. so sticky. Oh, I thought about using one of those words. Don't want that. These are all huge. No. That's a Tim Holtz postage stamp. I don't know that you can get... Are there purple stamps? Maybe there are. Don't give me attitude. I already have it. I like that one. Okay, now the question is, where do I want to put these? Could go across like that, but I already have that going that way. It needs something going this way. I think that's the only place it'll work. What else? It needs like fabric or something like that. Yeah. That's it. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I get very quiet when I'm thinking. That's why quite often I will figure out how I want everything to go before I do the video. But I knew if I did that with these, that it would just be done in like 10 minutes, and what's the point of it all? So, but yeah, the thinking is not conducive to the jabbering. That sort of doesn't make sense, but it's true. But that's the truth. This is very wrinkled right here. Okay, I promise I'm almost done. You guys are awesome. Some of you have even said you like the longer videos, which, yeah, I like doing those. I just don't always, you know, like some things just don't take as long as I might think they will or whatever. Some days it just comes together easier too. But I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. Always got to get stuff on the backs. All right. That is what I have for this day. But you could keep going and going and going, I'm pretty sure. Because it is fun. I only got 3 done. It felt like it was a lot more than that. So I'll bring them up so you can see. You kind of saw her already, but there's the first one. I know what this needs. It needs a little grunginess. I think. I don't know. It needs something. This one I didn't make very grungy either, but I like it. I think that's my whole issue right now, is that I've gotten too into the grunge, and it looks weird when it's not. So, but I think they're fine. So, Collage Dolls by Leaca Young. If I'm saying that wrong, I so apologize. But yes, very fun. Love them. And these are my take. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you have an awesome weekend and a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.